What's going on, people, and welcome back to Total Osspurs. I'm joined today by the boys, all of the boys today. How are we, boys?
Good, mate.
Good boy, brother. Good. How you boys going?
Living a fucking dream.
Not really.
Yeah, right.
I mean, as a bit of a stretch considering what happened on the weekend. So Liverpool boys, Liverpool 2, Tottenham 1. I'm going to start off with saying that are we a second half team, because we seem to never play well in the first half. And I think that we made it really hard on ourselves against Liverpool. I don't think they did anything that could have really hurt us. It was just the fact that Salah was clinical on the day and we made two stupid mistakes. But how are you boys feeling about it? Like, obviously we're all shit, feeling down, feeling pretty lackluster, considering that we've only got one more Prem game left before the World Cup. And it was a good opportunity to solidify top three, I should say. But how do you boys feel?
Yeah, look, it's hard. It's with something like what am I gonna think of? What am I trying to say?
I don't know.
We were relying on Kane so much up front. Like all we had was Kane. Perisic was good there, but we just relied too much on that sole person. And you see when Kulu come on, it flipped the game. It was 80 seconds till we got an assist. We just, I don't know. I feel like our injuries have rocked us a bit with having just Kane there, with Sonny gone too. We just need players, and we need creative midfielders. Otherwise, we've got nothing. And that's when the second half happens, because we make changes. Teams get tired. But he's not going to start anyone different, so.
I agree with Brad. I think based on that, first halves, we just look really, we just look out of rhythm. And then come second half, I think Conte just put the stick up their ass and just go out and do it properly. And then all of a sudden, it all changes.
I'm going to contradict on that. I don't think it's that. I just think because we're down, it's Conte goes, do what you have to do to win the game, chuck the kitchen sink. And in the first half, we're always set up to don't concede. But as soon as we concede, he's like, boys, just do what you got to do to score. And that's when we start playing well. I feel like he's holding our team
We need
back.
to start every single game like we're 2-0 down, to be honest.
Well,
Actually,
We'll
mentioning,
get two.
sorry.
We'll actually get 2-0 down.
mentioning that,
No, I'm saying we need to start the game like we're 2-0 down, because whenever we concede, not the first half, I'd say the second half, or even in the first half when we concede, the gears start changing. Like the boys are allowed to play some football. Like, you know what? It's fuck the 2-0 down or fuck the 1-0 down. Why don't we start the games like we're losing? Because that's when we start performing and playing better, to be honest.
they should play me in FIFA and be like 6-0 down in FIFA so they're pissed off.
Yeah, just go fuck it.
I'll do it. What were you going to say, Nene?
mentioning that, Gary Lineker on Twitter, he said Spurs should play 45 minutes before the game starts. That pretty much that sums up how we're playing lately, right?
Yeah.
Like
I think it was crazy.
If we go out and have a kick about 45 minutes before the game, we'll come out and tear teams to
We're
shreds.
warmed up enough, yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
We should have a pre-match game against like fucking some other team randomly.
Just 21s or some bullshit.
Yeah.
Like Luton or something. You know
I think there was a stat going around that our expected goals in the first half is 7, and our expected goals in the second half of the season is like 14 or 15. So we've got double. We've scored double the goals in the second half as opposed to the first half, and it's crazy that's a stat that we're actually talking about. Now I want to try and focus more on a few aspects of the game, and I want to big up Perisic. I think he did great in that 10 role, and he did even better and really showed. And I don't want to hear it. Southgate does everything wrong by one thing and not pick Trent as a right back. Trent is not a right back. He cannot defend. Sessegnon had that guy on toast all game.
He had him in his pocket, Jake.
He literally turned him inside out.
Let's not get started on Trent, but Trent's grub.
But you know what? I'm agreeing with you there, Brad. I'm listening and hearing what you're saying. I thought the exact same fucking thing. The ref, we played against 12 men, pretty much, to be honest.
Yeah, 100%.
Let's be honest.
Did you know in the City game, Cancelo got a red card for pushing someone in the back on goal?
It was the exact same thing.
Exact same. And the thing is, Trent got a yellow card and we got a free kick outside the box for the exact same thing he did 15 minutes beforehand, and it wasn't even a foul. Where's the consistency in that shit?
Yep.
There's no
Yeah, the ref was fucked. The ref was absolutely disgusting that game.
Yeah, he just didn't want us to win that game. It was
saying
that
though, like the ref was a complete wanker. We all know that he was blind.
Well,
to be honest,
they technically had They had 13 men too because Dyer wasn't their team as well.
Yeah, well, I was about to get to that point, man. I was about to get to that.
Oh, who wants to go first? Because I think we're all loaded for this question.
Oh, yeah, we're fucking
Lee,
ready.
Lee, I want to hear
it. Take this shit. I'm going to take it. Now, listen. Fuck it. Yes, the ref was sucking off Mo Salah as well. But I got to say, Dyer, what the fuck were you thinking? You're trying to play the man. Bro, you weren't playing nothing. Like, you were not. You were playing Mo Salah onto the ball to score. And that's where I think we fucked up a lot, is giving Nunez and fucking Mo Salah a lot of space in around fucking towards our box.
No, it wasn't us. It was Dyer. Dyer gave
I know that. I've always said I have rated Dyer, but yeah, exactly, both goals. But fuck, you got a massive forehead and you managed to find the spot that's going to play it to fucking Salah. Like, come on.
Like, it could have went anywhere with his forehead.
He's got a 5 head. That's what
the thing is, I don't understand why he went back. He should have gone forward, not back.
But when he went back, it came off his shoulder.
Yeah, he was trying to play the player. That's what he tried something, but it wasn't working.
But have you noticed that every top striker, and Salah does this, Son does this, Kane does this, when the ball's coming down, they anticipate that pass back. So they fought because they know they're not going to win it. Dyer's already Dyer's big compared to Salah. So Salah knows I'm not going to win the header. Dyer should know he's going to win the header over Salah.
Yeah.
Salah's like, I'll just go off his shoulder, and if he rolls the ball, he makes a mistake, I'm going to get it. Lo and behold, Salah's like, yep. Kane does it all the time. Son always anticipates it. Sometimes it looks stupid because the defender just skyrockets it forward with the header. But smart defenders just know Son's doing it. So they just bring it forward. He's starting to me, his name's not Eric Dyer, it's Eric Diabolical. Because some of the shit he's pulled the last 2 or 3 games, and maybe it is because he's transitioned out of that central defender role. And he has been asked to do a bit more up and down the pitch. And I will say he has got a good ball into the box. If you noticed in the game that Emerson actually in the second half was dropping into the right centre-back role as we were transitioning up the pitch, and Dyer was getting onto the end, on the edge of picking the ball. He has a much better ball. But like at the end of the day, I'd much rather just get rid of both of them and get a proper right-sided centre-back, or keep Mamero playing there and then get a proper wing-back.
Yeah, we have one.
Yeah, I was going to say.
He's not playing. Spencer's going out on loan. He's not.
Yeah, he's going to be on loan. Sure.
He's going January.
Like, you haven't played him like so far. He's not going to play him.
I want him to go, and I want him to go to like Nottingham Forest again or something, and just rip the fucking Premier League up.
But he's playing Royale though. Like, fuck, give the kid a go. Well, honestly,
we'll get into that later on in the year towards transfer time. But there was a rumor that we're doing a swap deal for Royal for Dumfries, which I would be complaining about.
Yeah, I got on that the other video we did the other day.
Yeah.
I reckon Dyer looked filthy in that right back role, but
he's got a good ball on him.
He used to play right back when we had Vertonghen and Alderweireld.
Yeah, he had to.
Yeah,
he scored that goal. His first game for us was against West Ham. He ran the goalkeeper in the last minute and scored the goal. And he's playing right back then.
Yeah.
Because we didn't have a right back.
I'm happy to see him play more in that position. To be fair, that means Roll fucks off.
Yeah, I'm going to big up another. I'm going to big up another player though. Davies yet again has another solid game. I don't think he made a mistake. And Lenglet's really solidifying his spot in the middle. He's a bit more controlled. He did make a couple of mistakes, but that was when Liverpool were all over us in the first half. In the second half, I didn't see anything that troubled us.
He looked comfortable. Even when they were pressing us really hard on the goal, he found a way out of there.
He did a little dribble, didn't he? Yeah. Where he nearly lost it, but he dribbled through I think it was Nunez and Firmino. He dribbled through little 1-2 on the right and left foot.
The confidence he's building, which I like. You just come into the
team. Would you keep him? Would you put in an
offer? Yeah, I would.
I'd keep Lenglet for sure.
For sure.
Well, I think if we were to lose one, I think him and Davies are on the same level in terms of consistency. So I think Lenglet has another level. He's a bit younger. He probably can be a bit better. So I would keep Lenglet in the long term as a sub.
I'd get rid of Sanchez.
I mean, we need to revamp.
Why? Because we've got Dumfries coming in. If we go for Royal, then we've got Doherty. We've got Roden, who's on loan still, that might come back and play.
Well,
He won't
apparently,
come back, right?
Rodden's
He won't
playing
come
well
back under Conte.
in Paris. I mean,
never know.
I don't. Yeah, front. I don't think he's going to come back under Conte's system. To be honest,
but
as much as I would like it, but I don't think he will.
Conte's system's clearly not working.
Give it a chance, I suppose, though.
Well, yeah, let's talk about
that's
that.
true. That's true, man.
Let's talk about the system, right? You guys mentioned the system. To me, it looked like we were playing a 4-5-1, and just left Kane to be by himself. Now, there's questions to be asked. Is Conte went into that game not lose? We're at home, right? Liverpool have got many injuries. They're not even starting their main three. You know, there was no Diaz, there was no Jota.
They're injured. That's why
they had Thiago.
They had their main three playing up front.
Well, nah.
Had Firmino, Salah, and Nunez. They had the
Firmino
three
isn't their main.
players.
It's
not
usually
really their main.
It's Diaz, Nunez, and Salah. Who should play up top.
It was still their main last year, so he's still their main.
But I don't know why we went so defensive, and questions need to be asked about Conte about why we always go so defensive.
Yeah,
but it's saying that. Who would you have put up front? Like, he obviously doesn't trust Mora enough because he's got a fucking like a balloon.
No,
like
but
the only other person you have is Hill, right? And you're not putting Hill against Van Dijk. It's just useless.
I would have done Hill against Trent. We talked about it. Me and Delane talked about it. And looking at how Trent played, I think Hill would have running ragged.
Hill will have put him on his ass.
The speed, for sure. The speed,
for sure. Did as well.
Yeah,
absolutely made Trent like a fucking schoolboy.
Perisic played it right up there.
For me, he was the man of the match. I don't know how Salah got it. I know he scored 2 goals, but he did nothing else for the rest of the game. Like, he had 2 easy shots, and that was it. Good finishes.
He had those headers. He had 3 shots on target, Perisic.
I don't know how
2 crossbars.
I don't know how.
We were unlucky.
We were very unlucky.
We were unlucky, and we were bossing it. And I want to see more of that second half. And if that, and I've got to give it to Kulu. What an entrance! What annoyed me though? He comes on, gets an assist in 80 seconds, and then because Trent's getting exposed, we keep bombing on that side. Kulu really didn't do much after that because we weren't feeding him the ball. We weren't giving him the opportunity to take on. And I think that was a bit of a mistake by the team. Yeah, I know Trent was doing really, really bad on that left-hand side, but Van Dijk and Konate were stopping all balls going into the box. I felt like we needed to do more balls behind, which Kulu is much better at. And we just kept asking him to come in on his left. And he did a few whips. There's a few times where all it took was one head or one foot to be thrown at the ball and it was going to be a goal.
Yeah, no.
Oh yeah, definitely.
He did amazing coming on the field.
Well, it should have been. The game should have changed from the 18th minute when Trent pushed over Cess. If we got that pen,
that was an all-day penalty. Come on, we all know that was a pen for sure.
Well, I don't even know Trent got a yellow card the whole game.
He got
nothing. 4 or 5 times.
He got nothing. I'm watching it. I'm watching the highlights back now. And he got nothing. I'm checking some stats.
And you know what? Cess didn't even flop. Like, Cess copped it in the back and he went down.
Cess got pushed 3 times by
that for sure.
Trent.
Yeah.
Trent just copped it 3 times.
Yeah, I don't understand. Like, I'll say it again. People will sit there and watch it and go, oh, you just, being biased because of Tottenham. No, that ref was fucked. You know what I mean? You should have just chucked him on a fucking Liverpool shirt and just say, look, he's an extra player. There's no fucking ref. Let's just play it like FIFA. Turn everything off. Blind referee and shit. You know what I mean? That's what it was.
Let's talk about the refs. How about when it was 94th minute? They're like, right, 30 seconds of time left. They stop it at 15 seconds in.
Yeah.
Well, the thing is, we had stoppages. We had throw-ins. They had substitutions that took 30 seconds. And
they clearly said 30 seconds left of time, and they stopped it at 15 seconds. As soon as the ball went out, they stopped it.
Yeah, it was.
And we were on the attack. We had the ball for a throw-in.
You should have played the advantage.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's another loss. It's not. We haven't had that many losses in the Prem this season, but that means Newcastle do overtake us, and I got to admit, Newcastle.
They deserve
killing it at the moment.
Yeah.
They
we
won
just lost against the big teams.
But Newcastle are part of that. We lost to Newcastle. We've lost to Liverpool. We've drew to
Arsenal.
Chelsea. Lost to Arsenal. Lost to United. So we've played pretty much the top 6 or 7 if you include Newcastle now. Which I will include. They're like the Leicester now. Remember how Leicester had those few years where they were always in and around? Newcastle are going to be there, but they're going to stay. The investment's going to come. Eddie Howe's doing an amazing job with that team. I actually wouldn't have minded him when we lost Poch. I want them up for Eddie Howe's more of a project kind of guy, and I think we wanted an instant winner. That's why we went for Mourinho. But any other thoughts on that Liverpool performance?
Just another player I want to shout out is Bentancur. He's just an absolute weapon.
Oh, he's an engine.
Our midfield would be
he's adapting more and more, to be honest.
The more he's playing, the better he's looking. He's just he's an outstanding buy from us. Like he's absolutely insane.
He actually is getting in the box a bit more now. He got that header that he nearly he scored against was it Bournemouth? He scored the header, the winner, and then he got into the box and nearly scored the equaliser. It's just the header was miscontrolled, and Langley as well is getting in the box on our set pieces. He had a header that if he had controlled his head a bit more, could have buried it in the back of the net.
Yeah, I have to get shout out to Bazuma, but I think he played. I think he does play one. It's good.
Yeah, I'm seeing shit all over Facebook from our supporters saying get Bazuma off, and it's like, what are you smoking, cunt?
Yeah, he's the only one that.
Fuck what they say. I don't think they watch the games though properly though, to be honest, bro. But Bazuma, he has been a fucking freak lately. Like I wouldn't say he's fucking 100%, at his full fucking pinnacle, but no, he has been bossing it.
Yeah, no, he's one of our main players this season since we've lost all our injuries and we had to play in that middle three. It's worked.
Not only that, just the way he blends into the team. We change formation and he's playing off it. Like you can see how much it lets the boys free. You know what I mean? And we need that. We need that control in the mid because we fucking don't get it from defense.
Well, we've got some good news. It looks like Son's going to be back for the Leeds game, which will be the last Prem game before the World Cup. So that's going to be
come off the bench, which will be good.
I think there should be a bench. I think Kulu's got to start. And I think
when's Richie back? I swore Richie was back earlier than everybody.
He should have been back at Leeds too,
Well, I mean, we might even have both of them back, and if we do, I just go all out attack. Fuck it, let's just see, just try it. It's the last game before the World Cup. It's Leeds. Fucking try it. Just chuck all four on at the same time. Go like a 4-2-3-1 and have Kulu setting up the front three. I don't know, something stupid. But we're going to wrap it up there, guys. Cheers, boys, for coming on. Appreciate it. And if anybody's catching this live, or not live, sorry, if anyone's catching this on YouTube, make sure you smash a like and subscribe. And we'll be seeing you soon with more videos. And as we always say here at Total Spurs, stay Spursy.
Stay Spursy, guys.
Stay Spursy,
boys.